I was about 7 years old. I had a huge interest in lawnmowers. Wanted to take them apart, wanted to dig them out of the trash. My old man hated it. I drug so much junk home. Wanted to take them apart, never really put them back together. Took a lot of stuff apart. Kept mowing grass, and my grandfather actually purchased an ATV. I wanted one really bad. My first interest was a go-kart. Something with wheels and a motor, and that's just what I needed. So at about 13, 14 years old, I started mowing grass, going door to door, cutting as much grass as I could to save up money. I didn't think he expected me to come up with the money as fast as I did, but I come up with it. We started looking. He did everything he could to fight against it. I understand it now that I'm older. His philosophy on it is you're gonna have a license the next couple years and you're not gonna have any money to buy a vehicle. My dad is 75 years old now. He retired when I was in the 5th grade, so I was raised on, old school morals, and old school respect was huge in my family. Purchased my first ATV. It was a 2400EX. Very rough unit at the time. Had no mechanical experience, and my dad didn't really know much about them. One thing after another. Really got to know the guys down here at Honda Fairfield really well over the parts counter. JT and Jimmy Pruitt. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff and everything down here is one that really got me coming in down here, especially my dad, because they gave him discounts, and he loves discounts. He started realizing the loopholes and stuff that he could go through coming here and to help his son out to keep me on the trail, because I drained my bank account buying the thing, and the $20 and $30 I would make a week mowing grass, bought spark plugs and clutch cables. Kept coming down here, absolutely loved the sport. If you didn't have an ATV or dirt bike, I really had no interest in hanging out with you. All of my friends had ATVs and dirt bikes. The parents would get together and they would take turns taking us to Aspen Acres and other, places around here. Lost some friends over the years, due to some tragic events. You can't really walk away from the stuff. What happens in life happens, and you keep moving forward. Your interest in what you love to do doesn't change just because of something like that happened. Kept riding, and throughout the years, and you grow up and you get jobs, you don't really get to do it as much. I'm thankful at the times that I had when I was younger that my parents and the other parents in the neighborhood could take us out and ride. We all bought our products and parts from Honda Fairfield back in the day because the internet really wasn't around, so we wanted to come down here all the time. It was really cool to come into the dealership and put your eyes on the parts, see the cool stuff online, but you could come in here and see it with your eyes. Remember my 15th birthday, it was a huge argument between my parents. My mom actually walked in here and bought me a full exhaust for the ATV. It was very expensive, and man was it loud. The cops got to really know my house after the pipe got put on the quad. Really, it was my huge interest. I had nothing else I wanted to do in my life but to work on my ATV and just mess with it. Growing up, you get a job and you understand that the 9 to 5 and the Monday through Friday thing, it could just drain the fun out of people. So weekends was just the time to go ride. Winter, snow, mud, none of that mattered. If it was raining, we didn't care. We rode. If it was snowing, heck yes, we wanted to ride. I did body work for years. Started to hate, going to work, and kind of realized, man, I would love to work down there. The guys down here at Honda Fairfield, we hung out with them all the time. We went riding with them. They went to Aspen Acres. They took units from the shop and go out there, and, we just had an awesome time out there hanging out with the guys at the shop. I got to know them pretty well down here, and I kept inching and asking as I was younger for a job. When you're younger, you don't really know what you want, and you can't really have a young guy in the shop that doesn't really understand the industry. So I kept poking at it, and I stayed into the interest, gained as much street experience as I could. Well, one night sitting around a campfire with a good buddy Chris Hedrick, I got an okay to come try out to work down here, and I went to work the next day and told my boss, look, I'm not really feeling this anymore. I got something I'm really excited about going and trying. I loaded my toolbox up and I come to Honda Fairfield. It was an awesome experience coming in. Everybody was just, shaking my hand and thanking me for coming aboard. I've been here ever since. I love my job. Absolutely exciting every day to see what adventures I can get myself into. I'm not ready yet. I'm just not ready yet, all right?